chaps, it's the 10th of, I think it's the 10th of January, Wednesday the 10th of January or Wednesday the 11th of January, I can't remember. Yeah, I just had to check, it's the 10th of January. I'm losing track of time already and the year's just started. So, quick shave today. We're going to use a couple of things you've never seen before from my side. The razor is a Le Dandy from Thiers-Issard. Again, it's a one I picked up relatively inexpensively off eBay. Someone didn't know what they were selling. I picked it up and it's turned, it's a fantastic razor. Look at it, beautifully etched with Le Dandy. I don't know what it means, but anyway, sounds good. It's just a fairly basic, I think it's a 5/8 razor, maybe a 6/8, black acrylic scales and a white wedge. We're going to be using the Danny Schulman horsehair brush that he made for me, and we're going to be using a cream you've probably never heard of and probably have a little bit difficulty in finding. Made in Australia. It's called Occam's Original Shave Cream. So we'll be getting lathered up pretty quickly. Going to do a strop, load my brush up and then lather, and we'll go. We'll get this shave over as quick as we can. If I can get the tin of cream open. Okay, there you go. It's got a nice kind of a little bit cinnamon, but it's kind of a barber shoppy scent. Anyway, it's kind of a snot green colour, I would guess you'd call it. It doesn't look too appetizing, but anyway, it's a good cream soap. So without further ado, let's get me stropping on the way. For those of you who are wondering, this strop is a nice big fat one. It's fatter than the blade of the razor, if you can see that, and it's by Waterhouse knives now, discontinued. You might be able to pick one up from the traditional shaving company. It's a fantastic strop, leather on one side and I think it's some kind of linen on the other, but anyway, it's brilliant. I was having a lot of trouble with the narrow strop. I ended up cutting the strop almost in half because my technique was terrible. You don't have to do any cross strokes with this strop, it's all straight strokes, which makes life a lot easier. I reckon once I get my technique right on this, I might go back to the narrow strop when I'm travelling, because it's a bit of a big thing to carry around and try and keep flat in my suitcase. Okay, I think I'm going to do about 20 or 30 each side on this one. Just keep it rough. Nobody really needs to know the count. If you want to slow the video down and count it, that's up to you. Someone always going to tell me I did 31 or 27. Okay, let's wipe the blade off, get all that leather dust off it, and it looks beautiful, ready to shave. I'm going to put that down to one side. Despite what I said in the last video, I have prepped again. I'm back onto using the 3P just because I like it so much. It's a beautiful scent. I've had it on for about 5-7 minutes now. I think that's long enough. I'm going to load my brush up. So we'll get some of the moisture out of it. Just put it into the shave cream and whizzle the tips around, get the tips covered in nice load of creamy soap. Then we'll transfer into my lather bowl and get it really going. Okay, give it another 10 seconds or so. I think we should be there. You can see that's really loading the brush up. There we go. Okay. Faithful old Sriracha. Look at that. Looks like it's going to need a little bit more water. So I've got a cup of warm water ready. Just by the way, guys, I'm wearing a t-shirt today because it's absolutely freezing in Hong Kong. For us, this weather is terrible. It's about 7 degrees C, and you can really feel it. There's very little central heating and very little insulation, certainly in my house and in most houses in Hong Kong. So you need some clothes on. I've got a warm light here in the bathroom. I've got a t-shirt on, and it still feels cold. Okay, let me just put a little dot more water in there. Lathering up with these horsehair brushes is a little bit more work than it is with a badger, but it's a nice soft brush and a beautiful feeling when you paint the lather on. So let's have a look. There you go. That's the Occam's traditional. Let's get going. So the horsehair brushes not as scratchy as a boar and not as soft as a badger, but it's a really fantastic brush. Look the way you can paint that lather on. I asked Danny to make it extra chubby for me because I wanted it chubby, and he did, and it's a fantastic brush. So let me just put the shave bowl to one side and wash my hands and dry my hands and the razor off, and then we'll get going. Okay, here we go. Shaving wonderfully. You know, you can usually tell in the first couple of strokes whether the shave's going to be good or not, and I think this is going to be good. I don't think this razor is going to be sharp enough to go against the grain on my upper lip, but it's still pretty sharp. I might slicken the soap up a little bit for the next pass and see how it goes. Gradually getting that strength back in my left arm. So I'm starting to mix the shave up a bit now and get some actual shave time with the left arm, get that muscle memory back. It's not as sharp as the last razor that I used, which was the Bismarck High Class, but it's pretty sharp. I'm really going to slicken this up on the next pass. Okay, right, that's the first pass done with no blood, so I'm feeling good. I'm going to actually put a bit more water in this next in this lather bowl and get this lather slickened up a hell of a lot. It's just a bit too thick for my liking, kind of impeding the progress of the razor, if you know what I mean. I think you need a nice slick wet lather for a straight razor shave. Okay, that's looking better already. Keep adding a little bit more water. Don't want to get it too thin. Too thin's worse than too thick. Let's have a look. It's more like it. It's hanging on the brush, but it's nice and shiny. It's nice and slick. So I'm just going to give myself a little rinse, get a bit more moisture in there. Let's go for pass 2. You can still feel the a lot of residual slickness from that first lather up, but somehow it was a bit too thick for me. It's better. The great thing about the horsehair brushes is there's no smell. You don't have to do all this de-smelling bullshit that you have to do with badgers and boars. This one was just straight out of the box and working. Okay, let's go for number 2. Oh, that's much better. Immediately feel a difference in the way that cuts and the way it rinses off the blade. What a difference. A little couple of I was going to say fluid ounces, but that's bullshit. A couple of flicks of water on the brush makes so much difference. Get a lather just a little bit slicker and it's cutting like a dream. Oops. Nasty little point on this razor. I know you can't see it very well, but that is a nasty little point. Let me just try and get it against the white. That is quite sharp and I can feel that wanting to dig in. So I have to be careful with that. I might get that honed off next time. Actually working great now. I wasn't going to do that, but after I've slickened that soap up, it's made so much difference. Marvellous. Perfectamundo. Okay, here goes. ATG. That wonderful slick lather. I'm going to get as much of it as I can out of the bowl. Look at this lovely chubbly brush. Look at that. Oh. That's lovely. Okay. Cool. Told you it was going to be a quick one. That's it, we're done. Okay guys, the Dandy, Occam's shaved soap, great combination, quite a thirsty soap, needs a bit of water in it, absolutely fantastic. You have a good week, thank you.